so last set of notes. Solving equations with multiple variable locations, part 2. And we're going to start with an example problem here. So next to example number 1, we'll come back and fill that box out in a little bit. But on example number 1, go ahead and write this down. Bless you. Now remember, when you go and write these down, the first thing that you're going to do after you write it down are circle your variables and draw your line of equality. Now, these equations are different because you have a variable on each side of that line of equality. We're going to follow the same steps, what we've done so far. We're going to work each side of the line of equality. So on my left side, can I distribute? Can I distribute on my left side? No. On my right side, can I distribute? Can I distribute? No. Okay, go back to my left side. Can I combine like terms on my left side? Can I combine like terms on my right side? No. So I can't distribute. I can't combine like terms. So we're jumping right into the new step. Remember what the new step is? What? I have to what? Yeah, I have to get the variable on both sides. Anytime I have a variable by itself, what can I assume is in front of it? 1. So I'm going to go ahead and put a 1 in there. So when I get my variables on the same side, I'm going to pick on the little guy. So which one's smaller, 4a or 1a? 1a. Now, it's a positive 1a because there's no sign in front of it, so we automatically know it's a plus. So in order to get rid of that plus 1a on the right side, to move it to the left, what inverse operation am I going to have to do? Yeah, so subtract 1a. And again, whatever I do to one side of my line of equality, I do to my other. So 4a minus 1a equals 3a. And then I bring everything else on down. So 3a plus 9 equals, and remember, 1a minus 1a cancel each other out on my right, so I just bring down what on my right side? This particular one, we now just solve as usual. So how do I get that variable by itself? Subtract 9. Cancel. What do I bring down on my left side? My right side?
Negative 15.
Next.
Divide by 3.
So then A equals negative 5. Way to remember that negative. What do we think? What do we think so far?
I like this better.
Yeah, it's not any different, is it? All right, let's take a look at example number 2. Oh, nope, I lied. We're going to go do the notes now. Solving equations. First thing, simplify each side of the equation, distribute, combine like terms. You know this. You did this last week. Step 2. This is the new part. Step 2. Get the variables on one side of the equation. I would highly recommend that you put in parentheses to pick on the little guy. Otherwise, you're going to be dealing with lots of unnecessary negative signs. So pick on the little guy. Then last step, solve as usual. Okay, so again, the only new step that you guys are doing today is step 2. Get the variables on one side after you simplify the equation, and you do that by picking on the little guy. So let's take a look at example number 2. Example number 2 looks pretty similar to what we've done in the past, with the exception of a variable on the right side there. We can't leave that variable on the right side. So, go ahead and write it down. So 2, within the parentheses, it's b minus 5 equals 7b. So according to my notes, I am going to simplify each side of the equation. just looking, do I really have anything to simplify on my right side here? No. So I'm going to kind of ignore that until I get to step 2, because then I got to get rid of that variable. So I'm first going to see if I can distribute. Can I distribute on my left? All right. So what's 2 times b? And then I'm going to distribute the 2 times negative 5, which will be? Can I combine like terms on the left side? No. So step 1 is done. I simplified. I distributed. I combined like terms. So I moved to step 2. I need to get the variables on the same side of the equation. I do that by picking on the little guy. So is 2b or 7b smaller? So that's the one I'm going to move. So how do I get rid of that 2b? Yeah, I'm going to subtract it. So if I subtract it on one side, I do it to the other side. So then on my left side, I'm just left with the negative 10. On my right side, I simplify. What's 7b minus 2b? 5b. And then I'm ready for step 3, solve as usual. I want to get that b by itself, so what number do I have to get rid of? How do I do that? I'm going to divide each side by 5. So what's negative 10 divided by 5? Equals b. All right. Circle your variables. On your worksheet you turned in to me, you didn't circle your variables either, and I'm not going to grade it until you do.
You didn't
Circle your variables. Oh my goodness. He didn't even notice it. Why do you guys call me out? Circle your variables. All right. Example number 3. Got my variables circled that time. I made sure. So we have 4 parentheses c minus 3 end parentheses equals 2c minus 6. All right. What do I do first? Distribute, okay? So 4 times c. What's 4 times c, Brendan? Then what do I distribute, Brendan? You're going to work this whole first step.
4 times 3 is 12.
No. 4 times what kind of 3?
Negative.
Which is?
Negative 12.
There you go. Equals, okay. Can I distribute on my right? Nope, so I just bring that on down. Okay. Now that I distributed, what's the next step, Jemiah? After I distribute, what do I do? Can I combine like terms on my left?
No.
Can I combine like terms on my right? Nope. All right, Isaiah, what's step 2 say to do?
Alright, so you want to pick the littlest 2c.
Good. I'm going to get the variables on the same side of the equation by picking on the little guy, the 2c. So how do I get rid of that 2c?
Plus 2. I mean,
Minus 2. Minus 2c.
yeah. I did cross that out, and then to the other side. And then, there's 2.
2.
2c.
Okay, what else?
And then you bring everything down. That's the way. Minus 12 equals negative 6.
Okay. And then I'm ready for the last step, solve as usual. So, Devontae, if I'm solving as usual, what do I do next? Add 12. So I can bring down 2c. Negative 6 plus 12. What is that? 6, yes. And last step, Nick. By? Which equals? Great. Good. I like to hear that. If you guys feel pretty good about it, we might just skip switching the days and still take the quiz on Monday, but we'll do 2 openers as a review before we take the quiz. Last one of the year. You'll get that on Tuesday. All right, let's take a look at example number 4. Going right through these.
Did you buy your answer on the last one?
Yes, I did. All right, so here we go. Step 1, simplify by distributing. Can I distribute on my left?
Oh, no.
No, so I'm just going to go ahead and bring that down. Can I distribute on my right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So what number am I using to distribute? -4. So -4 times D. Bless you. Then -4 times +3. -12. And then I just bring down my other -12. Okay. Now that I distributed, I then ask myself, can I combine like terms on my left side? Nope. So I'm just going to bring that on down again. Can I combine like terms on my right side?
Yes.
What?
-12.
So -12, -12, or -12 minus 12. What does that equal?
24.
So -24. And then I'm just going to bring down my -4D. Last step, solve as usual.
You add 4.
Wait, what?
Add 4.
You had 3.
Why? That's a common mistake. Let's stop here. I lied. We're not at the last step, are we? What do we got to do yet?
Get the little guy.
Pick on the little guy. We have to get the variables on the same side of the line of equality, right? This one's kind of hard. So again, I always think of numbers like money. So which one's smaller? So stop and think. -3 or -4?
-4.
Which one is smaller?
-3.
-4, right? Because if you owe people money, $4, if you owe people 4, that's like, you're in debt more. So -4. So we're going to pick on that -4. So how do I get rid of that -4?
Plus 40.
Cancels. So on my left side, what's -3D plus 4D? I think I heard it.
So
1 what?
1.
D. Now, because -3 plus 4. You did. I messed up. It was my fault.
I'm confused.
Now, do I have to have that 1 in front of the D?
No.
No, it's unnecessary. So I'm going to get rid of it so I don't have to do an extra step here. I bring down my equal sign. And what do I have left on my right side? Can I do anything else? No, that's it. I'm done. Now, what if I would have left that 1 on that D there? What would I have had to have done? Divide. Now, what if it was a -1? Could I just drop that 1 off then? No. If it's a negative, you have to get rid of that negative sign. Okay? All right. Sorry, that was a little bit, I confused you a little bit on that. All right. We ready to go to the next one?
No,
I'm going to owe you another donut.
holiday.
Okay. Let's look at example number 5. I think we just have one more after that one, correct?
Yeah.
You have 3 variables to circle this time. Okay, we ready? All right. I'm just going to start with Deontay, and we're going to go around the room. Deontay, first thing I do is what?
Distribute.
On my, which side? Yeah, I'm going to distribute on both. I always start with my left, though. So go ahead, tell me what to do.
3E plus 9.
Okay.
Then 4E.
Okay. Isaiah, distribute on my right side.
4E times negative 3 equals negative
I just didn't hear you.
4E times negative 3 equals negative 2.
There you go, negative 12. So 4 times negative 3 is negative 12. And then what do I bring on down?
Negative 8.
Okay. I've distributed. So then I go to the left side. Brendan, what do I ask myself? What I can do on the left side?
Can I distribute?
I already distributed, right? What do we do after we distribute?
Put on my term.
Can you combine like terms on the left? No, so I'm going to go ahead and bring that on down. So then I ask the same question on the right. Can you combine like terms on the right side, Brendan? What?
4E negative 8E.
Okay, 4e minus 8e is? Close. What kind of 4? So negative 4e. And then I can't do anything with that negative 12, so I'm going to bring that on down. Okay? So I've distributed, I've combined like terms, I'm ready for the new step. I need to get the variable on the same side of the line of equality, so I'm going to pick on the little guy. Ayance, what's my little guy here? Okay, so the opposite of minus 4e is? So my 4's cancel on my right. So then what do I bring down on my left side? No. 3e plus...
Oh, your left side, my bad.
Sorry.
But, your, 70. And then, what's
Okay. Equals, and then you already told me the negative 12. Moving right along. Okay. Now what do? Imagine. Get rid of that plus 9 by. So 7e. Negative 12 minus 9.
3.
No.
Negative 21.
Negative 21. And I'm sure on that one. So you owe me $12. You owe me 9 more. 2 negatives to negative 21. All right. How do I get the e by itself? Last step, Kelsey.
Dividing by 7.
So e equals.
Positive 3.
No, it's negative.
Why is it a negative?
It was a negative 21.
A negative divided by a positive is a negative. Nice job. Thumbs up if you feel pretty good about this. Thumbs in the middle if you're all right, and thumbs down if you're like, I don't want to do this anymore. Because you don't know what you're doing. Okay. Not because you're lazy. Okay.
It's cold.
All right. The temperature fluctuates a lot. It was really hot, I feel like, when we first started. Now it's cold.
Oh.
Oh.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, technical difficulties. We might be able to finish. Okay, there it is. Thank you. Last one. It's a good one, right?
No.
Yeah, you got it. I always save the best for last.
The longest for last.
Uh-huh. Yeah, if you write big like me, you might need to write a little bit smaller. Isaiah, here. Now, if you know your steps, start doing them. Start following them. Okay, we're going to start on this side of the room. Darius, walk me through.
Distribute.
On my left side, right? So what number am I going to use to distribute?
2.
Okay, so what am I going to do with the 20 out in front?
You drop it.
Yeah, I'm just going to bring that 20 down. Okay, so I'm distributing with a positive 2, so go ahead.
Plus 2 F and negative 6.
Good. So 2 times negative 3, as he said, was negative 6. Okay. Right side, Devontae, what do I do? Okay. So what do I write? What's 5 times 2? I think you said it. Then you said it was a negative 10. Good. So 5 times negative 2 is negative 10. Then what do I bring down? After I write that negative 10, I bring down what? And there you go. All right, Jemiah, now what? I go.
5 times.
Nope, I go back to my left side, and I do what? You said it. Like terms. What are my like terms?
2 negative 6.
Okay. I always go with my variable first, so I'm going to bring that 2f down, because I like to work with my variable in the front. And then what's 20 minus 6, Jemiah?
18.
Try it again. 20 minus 6?
14.
Positive 14, right? Positive 14. So if I combine like terms on my left side, then I do what on my right side? Rihanna?
We give 5F plus 6F, which is 11F.
So you combine like terms on my right side, okay? And then what?
And then you combine negative 10 and negative 13, which gives you
Negative 3, which gives you?
negative 13.
There you go. Good. And I've distributed, and I combine like terms. Now what do I do, Nick?
Minus 2
Why'd you do that? You're right. I just want you to tell me why. It's the little guy, and I need to get the variables to the same side, right? So Nick did good by getting rid of that 2f to get the variables on the same side here. So what do I bring down on my left side here, Nick?
plus 14.
Do I need that plus in front of it? Nah. And what do I bring down on my right side?
9F.
And Kelsey, now what?
Plus 15.
Solve as usual. Good. So on my left side, what do I have?
27.
My right side?
9F.
And last step, who wants it? Out of these 4. Divide by. Okay? Which equals? Equals F. What do you guys think? Not bad, you got it?